killing me. Oh, man. How's everybody doing tonight? If I could direct everybody's attention up here to the ceiling fans and just continue to stare at that during my speech. And yes, I did lose my glasses and had to pick up a women's pair at DG, so sorry about that too. So, all right. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dave, and I am Emmy's very proud dad. Now, okay, I'm going to put these back on again and again. Now, on behalf of Darren, Mary Ann, Missy, and myself, we want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Busy lives, busy schedules. We appreciate the time taken out here. I know we have a few families who flew thousands of miles, and we just can't appreciate that anymore. I'd like to give a big thanks to Bobby. Where is Bobby at? Right over there. I would urge everybody to spend 5 minutes with Bob tonight because he'll be your new favorite person. He was the officiant tonight, and we just can't thank him enough. We were at Lauren and Bobby's house on Easter, and somebody just said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if Bobby could marry the kids? And Bob goes, okay, and took classes, and here we are. So we can't appreciate that enough. While I do have a chance, I want to say thank you to my beautiful, classy wife over there. We are lucky enough to be spending our 28th wedding anniversary 2 weeks from now. So I love you, babe, and I wouldn't know what to do without you. All right. Now, yeah, for the kids, I'm going to kind of keep this short and sweet because I'm probably going to wail like a 3-year-old, and I'd rather not find this on Facebook in the morning. So, you know, when it comes to Emmy, to say that me and Missy are proud would be an understatement. She's just an incredible human being. She is. I think it was about 7th grade, we realized that Emmy was smarter than us. And honestly, it's just been a blessing to watch her grow up into the talented, young, beautiful woman you see before you. And we couldn't be more proud. Emmy is the very best daughter, the very best big sister. I couldn't ask for a better coworker. I lean on her a lot. And you couldn't ask for a better friend overall. So, yeah, I get some of this memorized. I know that Emmy is going to be a fantastic wife to Jacob, and one day, hopefully not too far down the road here, she's going to be a wonderful mother because she had the very best teacher. So, Emmy, we couldn't be any more proud of you. We love you, and you are so special. You're going to do big things, and tonight's just the start. Now, go ahead, clap. That's fun. Thank you, Jacob, for clapping. I appreciate that. Now, when it comes to Jacob, we had a rather unusual way we met, and no, I wasn't arrested by Jacob. But somebody broke into our house one day, and long story short, Jacob was the guy that was there when I got home to fill me in on what happened that day, and I appreciated him very much. Yeah, it wasn't too long after that, thanks to Jordan, he became a kind of permanent fixture on my couch for about 6 months. But that's not a bad thing at all. Let me get here. Hold on. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you know the four of us, we are a very tight family. We spend a lot of time together. We work together, hang out a lot together. And Jacob kind of slipped in there like he'd been sitting on the couch with us for all those years. And that is literally a very comforting feeling for us. That really is. He is truly like family already and has been for a long time. I found out last night that among the wonderful things he is, he's one hell of a gambler. I got to sit behind him at the blackjack table last night, and he literally knew what every person needed on the table, what the dealer needed, what he needed. I was still trying to count up the 2 cards that he was dealt. So I'm going to brush up on my Oak Glen math, and we're going to make it back down there, I promise. So it'll be a good time. Yeah, any dad out there who has a daughter would know the only thing you really want in this world is for somebody to come along and pick up where you're letting go. And I know I found that guy right here, and I couldn't be more appreciative of that. Jacob is the kind of guy he is very special. Jacob's the kind of guy I can have a beer with, and we can build stuff in my garage. If anybody saw the world's largest seating chart downstairs, we built that last week. And to me, it just doesn't get any better than that in my world, that's for sure. So, Jacob, I'm so proud, and me and Missy are so proud to finally officially call you family. That's it.
Thank you, Dad. Ladies and gentlemen, next, please welcome to the microphone our maid of honor and sister of the bride, Allie.
All right. I cannot promise I will not cry like my dad. Make sure you keep it too close to your mouth. I'll just keep it close to your mouth. Okay. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Allie. I'm the sister of the bride and maid of honor by blood right. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm not a public speaker, but I've now had a couple of drinks and I'm ready to make all of you cry. So, as some of you know, Emmy and Jacob had a pretty unique meeting story. Years back. No, you don't need to hold it. Years back, when Emmy and I were home alone, our house was broken into by an unwanted guest who ended up being responsible for the pairing of these two here. Just like in the movies, the handsome and young cop ended up taking Emmy's statement and then proceeded to be her future husband. Me, on the other hand, that day, I was sick with the flu, and I was standing outside. Flip. Oh, the page just ripped. Okay, bear with me. I was standing outside in nothing but a robe and a fever. Even with that being said, when the chaos was over and everyone went home, I told Emmy I called dibs on the hot cop. Which is very ironic now because he is my brother-in-law. But I got over it, so it's fine. Since we're on the topic here, there are so many men in this room tonight that put their lives on the line every day to keep us safe. And I just wanted to give a big thank you to the real heroes in this room. Bobby Patrick, John Seraphine. Could we get a big round of applause for the firefighters? All right, I was completely forced to preface that as a joke. I thank you to all of the cops and all the firefighters. Thank you for everything you do. I was not allowed to say that if I didn't preface that as a joke. Promise. Okay. For anyone who doesn't know, that's the inside joke part. In all seriousness, no, that's wrong part. Hold on. This page ripped. Okay, we're good. In the past 2 years, Jacob and I have somehow argued more than Emmy and I did our whole childhood. I can confidently now say that I know what it's like to have a brother. It's definitely for sure. Jacob got close to all of us very fast, and he fit into our family like a puzzle piece that we never knew was missing. If you would have asked me before both of you met, I couldn't have said that my family was more whole, but now it couldn't feel that way again without you. I've always expected to like whoever Emmy met, but I never expected my household of 4 to feel incomplete without them. It's nice. This is not ChatGPT either. I came up with this. Take it in, Jake. Granted, our brother and sister relationship is very different than mine and my sister's. I can confidently say that Emmy has not pranked, jump scared, punched, and wrestled me as much as Jacob has. Just a story to explain our relationship. One time my ID had fallen out of my wallet, and I thought that I had lost it at Kroger in Weirton, actually. And but it ended up being in Jacob's yard. And instead of telling me so, he proceeded to get an anonymous number and text me that he has my address and knows where I live. There's a lot more details in that story that I can't repeat. but I promise that it was so real that I genuinely thought a killer was after me. I called Emmy and Jacob in tears, and they answered crying, laughing. So that sums up Jacob 100%. In all seriousness though, I am so grateful for a relationship that I never knew I needed. You not only show up for Emmy, but you show up for my family. When we lost our cousin, we were obviously shattered, and Jacob didn't hesitate to do anything that he could. He finished things that we needed done at work so we could go home, and then he went and bought all the ingredients to make us a really nice dinner, like really nice. And as simple as that sounds, it's always meant a lot to me, and I've just always remembered that. Jacob is always ready to be the backbone when you cannot, and he somehow can be serious when he needs to be, which is very off-brand for Jacob. It's hard for him. It's funny to think about the fact that just you coming into Emmy's life has made such a domino effect of happiness to us all. Are you crying already? It's not even your part. It's not her part yet. It's almost over. You welcomed Emmy. Oops, sorry. You welcomed Emmy and the rest of my family into your life like they were always meant to be there. I hope you enjoy hearing this because I will not be repeating it twice, but I do love you so much. All right, and that's it. Thank you, guys. I'm kidding. I've talked about my sister, I guess. I'd say that ever since Emmy and I were little that we were very close. There might have been a couple of years that we had frequent arguments, but just know between my attitude and physical presence that I would always overpower her and win, and I was most definitely always right. One of my favorite stories when we were little was a time when we were arguing about something that I can't remember now, but my dad was fed up with hearing us. So in typical man fashion, he gave us boxing gloves and said to fight it out. I was ecstatic, and I went to the corner of the room, and I threw my gloves on knowing that I would dominate. Literally, though, everyone knows. Emmy, on the other hand, melted to the floor, crying, accepting her defeat, saying, "No, I don't want to fight." And I feel like that describes us perfectly now. We couldn't be more different. Pretty much every like, dislike, hobby, or personality trait Emmy has is very different than mine. I think this is what makes us so close. You not only balance me out, but you show me so many ways that I want to be like. You complete me. Not everyone in this, or everyone, oh wow. Everyone not only in this room, but in the world, mostly can say they have a sibling. Flip. But not everyone can say that they have a best friend. You are my first friend, and you will be my favorite until we are very old ladies. Sometimes I feel bad that you've never gotten to experience what it's like to have an older sister. All the lessons that you faced first, the tighter rules that mom and dad had, and your first thought was always to help guide me through when it was my turn. To this day, one of my favorite gifts she's ever given me was for my 13th birthday, and I have it with me. That's why I have a binder. It's not that long, I promise. I wanted to read a few of these. Do you remember this?
No, I don't.
Goody. So I think it was 27. No, it's really nice.
It's nice? Okay.
All right. So this book is filled with 100 handwritten pieces of advice for your teenage years.
Oh, I do remember this.
Yes. And these are a few of my favorites. Love deeply. Life is too short to bottle in your feelings. Tell people when you love them. Tell them how you feel about them, what makes you think they're special, and how much they mean to you. And we got number 43. Let me flip. Or 47. No, 40. It's 43. Okay. Leave people better than you found them. Be there for the hurt, befriend the lonely, and hug the broken. I mean, she was like 17 years old. Who even thinks that? That's crazy. One more. And I think it was 73. You learn more about falling in love when you fall out of love. When you learn more about being a friend when you're lonely, and you learn most about love by the people who didn't love you back. There is always purpose in the bad, which at the time I was 13, so I was like, thanks, you know. As the years went on, this book has been just gold to me. Everything has came true in here, and all right, let me pick up on where I left off real quick. That's why I have a binder. It's really not that long. I wish that I could read you this whole entire book. This is the most thoughtful thing that an older sister can do, and it sums up exactly who Emmy is. You are soft and you're gentle. You love deeply and you wear your heart on your sleeve. I have so much to learn from you. When Emmy fails, she tries again, and when she wins, she includes you. You have seen every single version of me, and you've unconditionally loved them, like somehow, like even when I was in high school, which is crazy. You not only have accepted me, but you've embraced me. Ugh, I'm gonna cry. You have a lot of qualities. I like to name off, but this is arguably my favorite. Oh, God. I know she's in this room with us today, and she's so extremely proud of the woman you've become. I thought I was doing really good not crying yet. Okay, this is the last, it's like half a page, guys. Through all the changes we've been through in our lives, through not sharing clothes to a roof to now last names, we will always share our bond and our sisterhood. I wish you both the happiest marriage and the happiest future imaginable. I love you more than these words can describe. Boom.
Thank you, Allie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the microphone our best man, Zach.
What's gonna be said?
Clean.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to follow that up. So, going last is always the best, I guess. And for everyone that doesn't know me, my name is Zach, and I'm honored to be Jacob's best man tonight. And I have to admit, Jacob didn't have an easy time choosing his best man. First, he called his most charming friend, and he said no. And then he called his most smartest and most trustworthy friend, and he said no. And then he called his most handsome friend. He also said no. So then he called me, and I was like, Jake, I can't say no to you 4 times. You got me. I'll do it. Okay. But seriously, though, I'd like to start off by thanking everyone here, and I think it's only right that we raise a quick toast to the 2 families, not only for putting on such a beautiful wedding, but for also raising 2 incredible, fine young people. So give it up. Cheers. And from what I heard, the wedding planning was a little stressful, but Jake handled it very well. He said yes to everything Emmy said, so glad to see it's going good. So a little background on me and Jake. You think that we were inseparable since we were kids, but the truth is we didn't actually hang out very much. Probably because my mom said that he was the type of kid that I should stay away from. But I really got to know him in middle school, and that's when our mutual friend Parker suddenly seemed to spend all his time with this guy named Jacob. And at first, I wasn't so sure about him. But as you can see, things worked out, and Jacob has been one of my closest friends since. And coming up with stories for a speech was nearly impossible. Not because of how little stories we have, but because I truly don't know where to start. We have too many. I could talk about how Jacob talked me into joining choir with him in high school, or that time we thought it was a good idea to hotwire a math teacher's car for a senior prank, or how we almost got kicked out of choir that same year in high school. So, if you're looking to spice up your life, just hang around Jake for a night. But in all seriousness, I'm gonna keep it short and just say that Jacob is one of the most genuine guys I know and would do anything for all of us and me. He really is a good guy. But for the last thing I have to say about him, and for all of you that do know him, you would agree he's probably the luckiest guy you know, even though he stays on 16 in blackjack. He has his lucky breaks, his lucky wins, but his lucky moment in his life was when he met Emmy, and she's sitting right here. You guys beat me to it. I was going to say, let's take a moment to see how stunning she looks. So, she deserves a perfect man, but sometimes life doesn't give you what you deserve. I wasn't supposed to say that part out loud, my bad. She came into the picture and he was smiling and talking all the time, and I was just thinking it was not very serious, but the more I saw him, the more I realized that she was a girl for him. Watching them grow together, you could see what real love looks like. Emmy, you bring out the best in Jacob, and I could say without a doubt he's a better man because of you. And Jacob, I think you know you're a lucky one. If not, just look around the room. Half of us are wondering how you pulled this off. And before I end the speech, I'd like to leave you guys a little quote. They say you don't marry someone that you can live with. You marry the person that you can't live without. And I truly believe that Jacob and Emmy cannot live without each other. So with that, let's raise a glass to Emmy and Jacob. May your marriage be full of laughter, love, and just enough of Jacob's bad ideas to keep life interesting. Cheers.
That was really good, Zach. You can make a speech.
Yeah, I'll
but
make a speech.
After me, because they're gonna cry, then they'll want to laugh. Okay.
All right.
Hold on, one sec. Sorry, guys, I should have wrote this on paper, but no. Okay. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight. It means the world to both Jacob and I to be surrounded by so much love from our family and friends, and our amazing wedding party and our parents. It is so surreal to have all the people we love in one room. Okay, so I don't even have my bouquet for this, but traditionally, this would be the part of the night when the bride tosses her bouquet, but instead of tossing it, I want to honor someone who tonight would not be possible without. If you know me, you know that my mom is my best friend. Throughout my life, my mom has been the first one to cheer me on in the happiest of moments, and she is the first one to pick me up in the saddest of moments. Sorry. I knew I was gonna cry. I know without a shadow of a doubt that every ounce of pain that I've ever felt, my mom would take on in a heartbeat. What she has given me throughout my life is a true example of unconditional love. Mom, I wish you could see yourself through my eyes to feel the love and joy that you bring to everyone around you. You are kind, funny, and above all, selfless. I would be lucky to be half the woman that you are. I wish I could take credit for the poem I'm about to share. Shout out to Instagram. But it could not be more perfect for tonight. Mom, you used to say that there will be a day that I'll be grown up, and I won't need you so much. But while it's true that I'm grown and I have a life of my own, you could not be more wrong to think that my need for you would be gone. After all of these years, I still need you as much as ever. There's no cuts you cannot heal, no bad days you can't make better. And without saying a word, you still know when something's not right. There's no load too heavy that you cannot make light. We may live in separate houses, but you will always be my home. No matter what life has in store, no matter what is yet to come, there will never be a day that I stop needing you. So tonight, instead of tossing my bouquet, I'd like to dedicate this bouquet to you and give it to you. I love you, Mom.
How's everyone doing? I decided to do this 10 minutes ago, so if you're under the age of 15, cover your ears, all right? Are they covered? What's going on, motherfuckers? In my head, I thought I was gonna say more than that, but I kind of forgot. I won't lie. I'm not gonna be able to follow up the speech she just had because it almost made me tear up. It did make me tear up, I won't lie. I'm glad everyone could come here. I hope I can cheer you up from that last speech. Yeah, let's everybody have a good night tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round for all of our toasts and speeches.